Back in 2018, when the GTA 5 Premium Edition came out, I made a video what would happen if you actually put the physical Premium Edition version in your PlayStation while you were still playing the game. Like, what would happen? Would the system reject the game all of a sudden? Would it work? Would it not work? What would be the outcome? And essentially what happened was there wasn't anything all that exciting. You ended up getting sort of like an alert message that just said, you already have this. Do you just want to start using the disc version? Long story short, the PlayStation didn't combust or anything like that. There weren't any like consequences where my game was like all of a sudden corrupted or anything like that. But it was definitely an interesting experiment. I'm glad I ended up trying it. It was kind of fun. And now with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S version of GTA 5 out, I kind of decided that I wanted to try the exact same thing. Because on my PlayStation 5, I already have the digital version of GTA 5 and GTA Online installed. And I wanted to see what would happen if I got the disc version of the PS5 and put it in my PlayStation 5. Like, what would actually happen here? So that's what I wanted to try in this video today. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, what was funny was the first time I ended up doing this, I know this sounds stupid. I've never put a physical disc in a PS5 before. And apparently I put it in either the wrong way or facing incorrectly, because I got this alert right here. It said, something along the lines of can't recognize the disc. Make sure it's not damaged or dirty. That's the first thing I saw. So I was like, all right, let me go clean it off. And then I forgot to read the second part, and then it's not inserted upside down. Well, sure enough, that's exactly what I did. I put the disc in upside down, stupid me. And I eventually ended up getting it put in the right way. I know that takes a lot of skill right there, but I did. And we got the whole thing put in, and you guys can see there that it starts loading another copy of GTA 5. So the one on the disc, it'll obviously have that little disc logo next to Grand Theft Auto 5. My PS5 started sounding like a jet engine taking off as it was trying to ingest the game that it just got put inside of it. And then it started saying queued for copying. And I guess this is something that I did not think was going to happen. I don't know why, but I guess it also makes sense that you had to install the game. It says after this installation is complete, you'll be able to start playing the part of the game that's installed. You can return to the home screen or play another game until this game becomes playable. And you guys can see here, it started at like 12 hours left. I was like, oh my God, I got to wait 12 hours. Then it went to 8, 5, 4, 3, and then kind of trickled down to like maybe a little over an hour that it actually took to install the 86.84 gigabytes. And while this was happening, I decided, okay, let's see if I can actually still go into Grand Theft Auto Online, and let's see if I can actually play this. So I jumped onto the digital version to see what would happen, and sure enough, I was able to load right into Grand Theft Auto Online, but as I loaded in, I received a interesting amount of money. It was $550,000. Now, I had already received the $550,000, what I think was for joining GTA Plus. However, since I guess I was doing this on the same account, and because I had just installed a new version of the game, it, I guess, gave me an extra $550,000 for having GTA Plus. The $500,000 is just the monthly free bonus cash, and the $50,000 was the rebate I got because I'm already a member of the LS Car Meet. So I found that to be very interesting, and when I logged in, I also started getting a lot of GTA Plus on-screen little alerts that I had already gotten before, like for the Devastate 8 and for the fact that I had, new liveries for the TMO2 Kanjali, Avenger, APC, etc. So I guess it basically just gave me GTA Plus again, but I'm still on the same account. Like, this is my main account. It didn't make me create a new one or anything of those likes. So after I played Grand Theft Auto Online for just a little bit, I ended up basically just saying, okay, I'm going to let this game copy because I don't want to interrupt the process. So it got done 99% copying, and then I ended up loading onto the game. It had to download an update file that was about 580 megabytes. That didn't take long. And then it had to copy the update. That's always the most frustrating part when you have a GTA Online DLC that's installing and you just want to jump into the game. you get the whole thing downloaded and then you have to copy the update. I'm not sure what that process is. If you have any knowledge of the technical side of that, you can for sure let us know in those comments down below. And so after maybe about 5 or 10 minutes or so of the game completely copying, it was ready to load in. And I didn't really know what to expect here, but you can see I have access to all my GTA Online tabs right here. I also have access to the story mode. I figured I would enter GTA Online to see if there was anything different, and lo and behold, everything was still good and nothing was different. So that's nice. It's not going to have an impact on you if you already have the game. If you have the digital version and you want the physical version, it's not going to have an impact. It's just going to install a separate version. And there was one person on Twitter who actually had some interesting insight on this. It was Destruction Games. They said, I was wondering how they were going to handle the physical version of GTA since the story mode is considered DLC and PlayStation 5 doesn't support on-disc DLC yet. So it turns out they made a separate build for the disc version so you can have the PS5 version installed twice at the same time. Now, because of this, I am surprised Rockstar didn't just include a code for the story mode, considering kind of how lazy the rest of this release is. As you guys know from my unboxing the other day, that there isn't anything other than the game disc inside of the box. In fact, one other thing that's also interesting is even the cover is less interesting. The PlayStation 4 cover is shiny, the little V for GTA 5. The PlayStation 5 one is not. It's kind of like a matte finish. So I don't know if Rockstar did that on purpose, or again, if that's just like an ultra lazy way that they went about this entire release. I'm really not too sure what to think of it. I found that to be kind of a fun little Easter egg. But at the end of the day, I thought this was just kind of a fun experiment that I really wanted to try with you guys. It does let you have two versions of the game, and you can basically just play either one. The one thing I will say, the digital version, a lot quieter. With a disc inside the PlayStation, it does sound like a jet trying to take off. So at least for me, there's no reason to play the physical one. I'm just going to go with the digital one. But you guys can let me know in those comments down below. If you have a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X or S, are you playing GTA 5? And if you are you using the digital version or are you using the physical version? Let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.